What's up guys, Ben here and welcome to Motivation to Invest. Investing into the stock market is increasing massively in popularity, especially among millennials and the growing middle class.
You have been investing now for years. Before, arguably, it was cool to invest in Hollywood. I'm told by investors...
Is it cool now?
I think it's like, maybe it's jumped ship. It's like beyond cool now.
Now there are a variety of reasons for this. One of the main ones being the abundance of free trading apps, which has lowered the barrier of entry for investing in general. So could this be the golden age of investing? Has there been no better time in history to invest and no easier time to invest into the stock market? In this video, we're going to find out as I reveal the 6 main drivers which is increasing the popularity of investing in the stock market. So without further ado, let's dive in.
Coming in, flex. I just wanna win.
Welcome back guys to Motivation to Invest. Before we get started, it would really mean a lot to me if you guys could smash that like button. That helps out with the YouTube algorithm, which allows us to continue creating more great content like this for you guys. In addition, if you would like some exclusive stock market investing tips and stock market picks, which I personally have invested into, then you should definitely think about subscribing to this channel. Be sure to turn the notification bell on, that way you'll get notified when a great stock is at a great price and I am investing into it. So with that being said, let's get into the video. So why is investing into stocks increasing so much in popularity? Well, there are 6 main drivers behind this. The first is the growing middle class population. As you can see from this graph, in 2009 it was below 2 billion people in the middle class, and it's now almost doubled in 10 years. In the future, it's predicted by 2030 that another 1.5 billion people will enter the middle class. As you can see, this is driven mostly by emerging markets such as India, China, and the rest of the world. This increase in middle class will mean there'll be more excess wealth which will be spent on more commodities, products and services, which will of course increase the revenues of many of these companies and thus the stock. In addition, the middle class are also the type which like to invest in stocks. So imagine an extra 1.5 billion people buying stocks, even in small amounts. There is only one way the price will go. The rising middle class in China is already having a massive impact on companies such as Tesla. From Tesla's $2 billion Shanghai factory, they have sold around 30% of the battery electric vehicles in China. Now these Teslas aren't cheap, with the average starting price for a Model 3 in China at around $64,000. This shows the excess income which China's middle class already possesses and wishes to spend. This brings me on to driver number 2, and that is peace. Peace in our time. You would not think that World War II was only 75 years ago, and it's clear to see how much the world has changed since then. Now yes, since World War II there have been many smaller wars and battles which will continue to go on for a very long time. However, according to data on this chart from World in Data, the percentage of years in which the great powers fought one another has been declining. In the past few centuries there has constantly been one power fighting another great power. Now that means that this is one of the greatest times to be alive and also one of the most prosperous. The world is now so interconnected with trade networks and business that the cost of war is greater than it has ever been. Then of course you may ask, what about nuclear bombs? Doesn't this make living now one of the most dangerous times in history? Well, the fact is, atom bombs are very dangerous and can destroy entire countries. However, because they are so powerful, they tend to act as a major deterrent against full-out war. Before the atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the Japanese declared that they would not surrender. However, after they saw its power, they surrendered promptly, which officially ended World War II. Now that was a terrible situation, but the impact of seeing the power of this bomb had a dramatic effect on the world's enthusiasm to go to war again. Shortly after the atomic bombs were exploded over Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Albert Einstein made this statement: "The time has come now when man must give up war. It is no longer rational to solve international problems by resorting to war. In accordance with the principles of justice, we must develop international law, strengthen the United Nations, and have peace in the world from now on. These words have echoed through time, from instances such as the Cold War, which did not end in full-scale nuclear war. In addition, there have also been less war casualties in general from the smaller wars and battles which have happened in the world. Overall, this means this is the greatest time in history for peace and prosperity to bloom. On to driver number 3, and that is the exciting tech stocks. The increasing popularity of the FANG stocks, that's Facebook, Amazon, Netflix and Google, have changed the world as we know it. For example, right now you're watching me on YouTube, which is owned by Google, which is owned by Alphabet, the parent company of Google. You can speak to anyone in the world via Facebook. Amazon, you can get home delivery 24/7. The world has changed as we know it for the better. The popularity of these stocks has also increased massively and resulted in big gains for investors. For example, if you had invested just $1,000 into Amazon in 1997, it'd be worth nearly $500,000 today. Then of course there are the popular millennial tech stocks, such as Tesla and even Illumina, which plans to use gene editing to cure cancer and effectively create a new race of superhumans. Now this may sound like science fiction, but there is a lot of science backing up gene editing technology. ARK Invest Innovation ETF specialises in discovering these new disruptive technologies, from artificial intelligence to 3D printing and even robotics. I did a video on Cathie Wood and her ARK investment fund. You can check that out in the link below. On to number 4, and we're back in the present day with employee stock options. More and more businesses are seeing the benefits of offering their employees stock options. The benefits include tax and also aligning the employees' values with the company's values. Then of course, as far as the stocks are concerned, there will be increased cash flow into them. My 5th most important driver has to be the access to free stock market investing information on places such as YouTube. Previously, if you wanted great stock market investing advice and tips, you would have to ring an expensive broker, read the Financial Times, or be very well connected in the world of business. Financial education was not available to the masses, as the rich don't want everyone to know their secrets, and schools are designed to allow you to become a cog in the machine and not to help you achieve financial freedom. However, these days you can watch a channel such as Motivation to Invest and learn how to invest into the stock market for free from someone who is well educated and researches stocks in depth. All that I ask is, if you appreciate the hard work which goes into these videos, is that you smash that like button. That helps the channel out of the YouTube algorithm, which allows me to produce more great content like this for you guys. You can also subscribe to keep updated on stock picks. On to my 6th driver, and that is free trading apps. Previously, if you want to invest in the stock market, it was an expensive and complicated affair, but no longer with the invention of free trading apps. Free trading apps have made the barrier to investing virtually zero. There are no transaction fees and anyone can get started investing from as little as £1 or $1 if you're in the USA. With the invention of fractional shares, you can even buy very small shares in companies such as Amazon for as little as $1. This is incredible. Now, two of my favourite free trading apps are Freetrade and Trading 212. Personally, I use Trading 212 over Freetrade as it has a lot more stocks available to invest into. If you wish to sign up for either of these platforms, simply click the link below and you'll get a free share worth up to $200 or £200 when you sign up. So there you have it, guys. That's my 6 main drivers behind the increasing popularity in stock investing. To learn about the dangers of all this new money flowing into stocks, you should check out my next video in this series on the dangers for the retail investor. This will teach you how to be a wolf of Wall Street and not another sheep. So which factors do you think are increasing the popularity of investing into stocks? And do you think we are entering a golden age of investing? Let me know in the comments below and I'll join in the discussion. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.
Coming in, flex. I just wanna win, LABB, who we running with, coming in, flex. I just wanna win,